All right, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and have a seat. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Commander and I'm going to be briefing you on the SCP you're about to go study, so pay attention. What we're looking at today, SCP Object Class KETER. Special Containment Procedures. Foundation web crawlers and embedded agents will monitor civilian communications for reports consistent with SCP-3875 activity. This monitoring focuses on locations which are both informationally dense and open to the public, such as libraries, museums, bookstores, and hobby or gaming retail locations. If the presence of SCP-3875 is noted, a Foundation front company which specializes in pest control will be dispatched to eliminate any egg sacs or juveniles at the target location. They must be accompanied by either a member of MTF Sigma-3 bibliographers, if there aren't any available, or else an agent with a CRV score of 15 or above who has been trained and equipped in accordance with SCP-3875 acquisition protocols. Personnel who enter uncontained SCP-3875 should avoid revealing their affiliation with the Foundation. SCP-3875 regard the Foundation as hostile and will cease communication and withdraw immediately if no affiliation is shown. If necessary, it is acceptable to trade non-sensitive information for more information about SCP-3875's activities as a delaying tactic while awaiting the arrival of agents properly equipped for containment. SCP-3875-1 is to be kept in a standard, small animal containment chamber equipped with a Scranton reality anchor. Their diet consists of 6 live crickets per week and approximately 4,000 to 6,000 words of previously unread written material. Experimentation has proven this to be sufficient to ensure good health while minimizing the risk of escape. The anomaly has expressed a preference for works of fantasy and speculative fiction. These may be used as a reward for good behavior. If testing which involves direct interaction with researchers has recently been performed, the amount of written material may be correspondingly reduced or eliminated at senior researchers' discretion. Due to the inaccessibility of SCP-3875-0, referred to by SCP-3875 instances as tented beams, the Foundation's long-term strategy involves the containment of adult SCP-3875 instances and termination of juveniles or egg sacs whenever possible. It is theorized that if this reality is deemed inhospitable by SCP-3875-0, she will cease to deploy her offspring here. Description: SCP-3875 is a species of sapient spiders which resemble the Salidictae family of arachnids, commonly known as jumping spiders. However, adult SCP-3875 are significantly larger, with body lengths ranging from 6 to 10 centimeters. Juvenile SCP-3875 are more difficult to identify prior to their first molting, sharing the median 1 millimeter body length common to non-anomalous Salidictae. SCP-3875 are insectivorous and passively infovorous, and rapidly decline in health when deprived of one or the other. Juveniles are passively infovorous but do not exhibit the other anomalous qualities of SCP-3875. They may seek out high-density data sources such as libraries or server stacks to feed until they mature. Juveniles absorb information indirectly through mere proximity. Adult instances lose this ability and must obtain information through direct sensory experience or telepathy. Adult instances are capable of telepathic communication within a range of 6 meters. Testing has confirmed that the other party must be aware of SCP-3875's presence and intend communication for this ability to function. Some instances are able to exert a temporary anti-mimetic effect with the same radius, which obscures their known presence. This anti-mimetic effect is used primarily as a defense mechanism. SCP-3875 instances seek out and initiate conversation with humans and reportedly other sapient entities in order to trade in information. The information offered by the targets might be anything the anomaly considers to be of interest. The information offered by SCP-3875 may be mundane or anomalous. When engaged in such transactions, SCP-3875 have been observed manipulating strands of web in their forelegs. Researchers have not yet concluded whether this activity is related to 3875's capacity for instantaneous inter-reality information sharing or merely a form of artistic expression similar to knitting. When replete with information, an SCP-3875 instance can manipulate reality to create a trans-dimensional rift, also known as a way, sufficient to transport itself into another reality. The most common origin and destination reported by uncontained instances is the location of interest known as the Wanderer's Library. SCP-3875-1, prior to containment, reported this as the permanent home of SCP-3875-0 and asserted that she is the progenitor of all SCP-3875. Other instances, Foundation personnel have been able to interview invariably support this assertion. -1 has been partially cooperative while in containment. They have demonstrated the operational limits of their anti-memetic effect and physical mobility, but refuse to offer further information regarding other instances, locations, or activities. -1 has repeatedly expressed willingness to trade information regarding uncontained anomalies, as well as locations and persons of interest. The fact that they are able to accurately describe objects of the Foundation's interest is considered confirmation of the anomaly's information sharing capabilities. For this reason, further research along these lines has been deemed as unacceptable security risk. Recovery. Agent Ruby Farmer was on assignment investigating the movements of POI at a university library in Rockford, Illinois. Upon noting the presence of -1, the agent activated her lapel camera, capturing the video log I'm going to be reading to you. -1 statements were made telepathically. These were reconstructed later from Agent Farmer's debriefing. So this is the log of the transcript, date 2013-10-11. Agent Farmer's camera is activated. -1 emerges from behind a lamp onto the desk surface of a study carrel. Agent Farmer: yes, I wish to trade information. My name is Ruby. What's your name? -1. Aha! Name exchange to demonstrate good faith. Trade commences. I am Hitch Webb Crouch. This designation was communicated as a series of movements echoed by corresponding visible movement of the arachnid. The agent's report stressed that the verbal description is an approximation only. -1. What knowledge do you seek, friend Ruby? Tactics, travel guides, syllabi? Farmer: I'd like to know a bit more about you, if that's all right. -1. Acceptable. For this, I ask to know the nature of this facility, its intended purpose, and who may use it. Now, dialogue in which Agent Farmer describes the normal operations of a university library has been cut for brevity. At the conclusion of this exchange, the arachnid bows, extending a foreleg. -1. My thanks, friend Ruby. I say in trade, my siblings and I are valued citizens of the Wanderer's Library. We crave knowledge above all things, and in shared understanding exchange this knowledge with wanderers and citizens of the world for joy and profit. Farmer: and you're all siblings. You don't find a nice world where you'd like to settle down, start your own family, your own business? -1. Aha, I clarify. As siblings, we trade in shared understanding. The children of tented beams in all worlds may now say that any non-hostile human may enter this library and read its books, but scholars known to its guardians may take books elsewhere for deeper study. Further, among human scholars such as yourself, friend Ruby, this protocol is considered commonplace. Another bow and a small dance from the entity. -1. Thus, should you request syllabi, which are even now being assembled among the shelves, I may provide at upcharge. There is a brief pause, during which Agent Farmer activates a silent alarm built into her wristwatch. This alerts agents stationed at a nearby surveillance van that a containment team should be dispatched if she does not return within a prearranged time period. Farmer: I see. Could you explain what you mean by syllabi? -1. Aha, yes, I clarify. Library patrons access information. This is observed. When one develops knowledge which obtains renown, we assemble syllabi from their research. Shelf locations are also available at upcharge. Farmer: it's fascinating. I've never been to the library myself. Almost nobody from around here travels elsewhere. Not too many even know it's possible. -1. A generous offer of local history. What shall you learn in exchange? Farmer. Who does the observing and assembling you mentioned? You said your family is spread out through all the worlds. Which worlds and who decides who gets to leave? Seems like a lot of work for the ones who have to stay home. -1 extrudes a length of thread and briefly manipulates it with their forelegs. -1. Generosity for generosity. Our mother sends eggs into promising worlds, but most of us are born within the library. Many choose to remain for the length of their lives. Those who wish to wander do so. At home, we observe patrons and catalog shelves when business is slow. -1 does a small dance and flutters their pedipalps. -1. I say free. Business is rarely slow. Farmer. Thank you. That definitely answers my question. Friend. Sorry if I say this wrong. Friend Hitchweb Crouch? I'd love to buy a syllabus, but I'm afraid I don't have that much valuable information on me right now. Would you mind coming out to the parking lot? I got some equipment stored there I think you'd find interesting. The arachnid climbs to the top of the study carrel and peers out the window. Beyond a small group of student housing units, a large parking lot is visible in the distance. -1. Agreed. Friend Ruby, if this would be comfortable, would you provide transport? Agent Farmer extends a hand. Farmer. I'd be glad to. Climb aboard. The agent holds the arachnid close to their chest, attempting to shield it from the sight of other patrons. -1 waves a foreleg and begins to speak. -1. Aha! Caution is wise. And appreciated, friend Ruby. I say in balance. Those entities will forget for a while that they've seen me. I choose this so that trade may go forth without delay. It is sufficient. Farmer. Thank you again, Hitchweb Crouch. That puts my mind at ease. Oops, pardon me. Almost dropped you there. Pretending to stumble while descending the stairwell, Agent Farmer activated a second alarm indicating the presence of a potential cognitohazard. -1. Caution is wise. Please inform if providing transport becomes troublesome. Farmer. No trouble at all, my friend. That first step's a doozy. -1. I empathize. When I first came to this world, the sight of the sky was a startlement. To be within walls and among shelves is most pleasant. Farmer. I hear you. Sometimes I miss my old job too. Things can get pretty hectic out in the field. Now, if it turns out I can't afford it, I'd love to learn how to get to the library. That's not a kind of traveling you can learn much about around here. Further strands of web are extruded and manipulated as the agent proceeds across the grassy knoll in front of the student housing. -1. You wish to learn of ways? I advertise. The fuller syllabus. Some key texts have been translated in part due to their inclusion. This researcher amassed a diversity of skills with a focus on way creation. Guidance to a nearby way to the library is included with purchase. Farmer. Is there anything like a map I could use of all the different ways to the library? -1 crouches defensively. The agent's walking pace increases slightly as the parking lot comes into view. -1. Such a map is not provided. I say free. Anyone who offers one sells bad data. Agent Farmer's report indicates that the phrase bad data carried a sense of extreme profanity. Farmer. I appreciate your advice. I wouldn't want to get taken advantage by some, other less reputable spider. -1. Aha, put your mind at ease, my friend. I advertise. The children of tinted beams trade value for value. My siblings throughout the worlds are above reproach. Reaching the van, Agent Farmer pulls open the door with her free hand and climbs inside. Standard surveillance equipment is visible, marked with the Foundation's logo. -1. This is the equipment you wish appraised, friend Ruby? I estimate its value will be high. The jailers are formidable and do not release anything willingly. The agent codes open a storage locker containing a portable Scranton reality anchor and activates it. Farmer. That's right. We don't. The van's rear door can be heard slamming shut from the outside. -1. Bad data. End log. Agent Farmer was commended for her actions leading to the containment of SCP-3875-1, the only successful such acquisition to date. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was SCP-3875 dismissed.